The next chapter in the Light and Dark saga has been out for nearly 2 weeks, and now that I've done just about everything it has to offer countless times, I feel it's finally time to go touch some grass. But also, give an honest, intricate, compelling review to the age-old question, does Lightfall suck? No! Thanks for watching! On a serious note, I want to break down everything that came with Lightfall, from the recent Root of Nightmares raid, to the campaign, all the way down to the new commendations offered by the game. So before I get into the campaign, I want to note that there will be a couple of spoilers from the storyline. If you don't want to see this, just go ahead and skip forward to the next part of the video. But in Lightfall, you pick up right where you end at Season of the Seraph, a full-blown attack on the Traveler from the Witness and the Shadow Legion forces. And in this scuffle, you and Osiris end up on the planet Neptune, where you now must push back the attack from Callus and his forces. You team up with two new characters, Nimbus and Rohan, Cloud Shredders, or Defenders of Neomuna, and then during the Lightfall campaign, you also get a new subclass, Strand. And for the remainder of the campaign, try to hone your skills with this new ability so that you can take on Callus mano-a-mano. Now, I will say, from my understanding, Lightfall was cut content from another expansion, so it was never intended on carrying the full weight of a full campaign. And have I fact-checked this? No, because that's how I fucking roll. And if it's wrong, you didn't hear it from me, so whatever. But think of it like filler. Really, all you need to know from Lightfall is that Strand now exists, and then there's this ending. This amazing ending. And then the rest of the campaign is your typical run-of-the-mill missions. So that being said, the Lightfall campaign isn't the greatest piece of storytelling and feels more of like a Strand tutorial than anything. But more so, it's intended to be a setup for the final shape coming next year. So with that being said, I give it like a 5 out of 10. Oh boy, the new subclass. Perhaps the best thing to come out of Lightfall. It's fun. I mean fun. Like, fun. There's nothing like whipping around on a grappling hook and slamming into a group of Cabal, creating the next D-Day event from Terminator. I mean, there isn't much more to say about the subclass than it's perfect.
It was perfect. Perfect.
And you can really tell Bungie was banking everything on Strand, and I think it worked. 10 out of 10. Now, I want to talk about Season 20 itself, the rewards, the activities, everything. We get more battlegrounds, and to be honest, the activities feel like a nice spin on something old. There's more than just waves of enemies with a boss at the end. There's actual mechanics to it, which is nice. It seems like the drop rate also for the craftable weapons is really good. I'm not going to sit there and play for hours at a time without getting one. And you can really grind these out and feel like there's a payoff for doing so. And then the battle pass itself. Oh, yes, daddy. The ornament is one of the better looking ornaments I have seen in a very long time. The beautiful intricacies of design, the elegance yet look of intimidation. I can't wait to put myself all up in that.
What?
There isn't much in the Battle Pass that I dislike, honestly. Is it the best thing since sliced bread? No, but I consider it a very successful Season 20 Battle Pass. And since it was released in Season 20, I'm not sure where else to put it. I'll throw Neomuna in here too. The location itself, oh my gosh. By itself, it's a 10 out of 10. It's amazing to look at, and it gives like a new Mombasa sort of feel to the game. And if you don't know what that is, I can't help you, and I don't want to. The activities in Neomuna are all fresh and fun to do, and very rewarding as well. So for Season 20 as a whole, though, I'm going with an 8 out of 10. This year, the game itself underwent major changes to the UI and the reward systems. For example, commendations, which when they first mentioned it, I was all for it. But after the release, it just didn't hold up. Commendations are not a measure of skill. They're a measure of how much you play the game and nothing more. On top of that, the game punishes you. If you have a bad teammate and don't want to commend them, you're now punished with not improving your own score as much. Which, even on top of that, commendations wouldn't be as big of a problem if they weren't linked to the Guardian ranks. Which, when Bungie announced Guardian ranks, they gave me the impression that these ranks would show a player's overall skill as a Guardian, and not just a number next to their name showing how much they played for that season. Well, guess what? Guardian ranks reset every season, so they created the very thing that they wanted to destroy. Guardian ranks should be an overall rank across all of your triumphs, as each triumph has a different level of difficulty in my opinion. For example, if someone has solo flawless all dungeons and completed master raids without dying, they should not be the same rank as someone who's never done that. But hey, they got 5 lost sectors on Legend. Woo! 3 out of 10. So, to summarize, no, Lightfall doesn't suck. The campaign was its weakest point, but we all play it once for the story and then never touch it again. We all fell in love with the Witch Queen, and how many of you went back and played it just for fun because the campaign was great? The person typing right now, you're a fucking liar, and I don't believe you. Lightfall overall is fun and adds a lot of fresh new things to the game. I just think there are a few adjustments that need to be made, and by the time Final Shape comes, I think we will be looking at one of the best years Destiny has seen in a long time. Quote me.